Oh, good morning, everybody. This is the beginning of day 9. Is that right, Kim?
Yes.
Day 9. You don't get to see Kim this morning. She's still in bed because she's not biking. I am. So, I'm staying on the Illinois side this morning. It's only 83 miles, but there's two big climbs, one in the beginning, one at the end. I'm hoping this day goes better than yesterday. We're going from East Moline to Burlington, Iowa. So we'll be crossing the river, actually right close to Burlington, right? I think. So, so yeah. Hopefully today goes better, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.
If you pass 31 roads and 30 of those roads are gravel, what percent is not gravel? The answer is 1 over 31. I gotta redo that. I gotta do my answer.
What it means is a very long ride to to this town. That's what it means.
3.2258%. 3.2258%.
If you go into a subway to use their Wi-Fi to get some continuing ed done, and the workers cannot remember the Wi-Fi password, what percentage of continuing ed did you get done? 0.
Hello, everybody. It is the end of day 9. We came from East Moline, Illinois, and now we are at Burlington, Iowa. I rode 85 miles, I believe, give or take a mile. I'll look that up later. 85 miles and pretty uneventful for almost the entire ride. No, that's not true. We stopped at, where did we stop at? To eat.
Oh, I can't remember.
Oh, a little railroad town called Aledo. Clearly a railroad town, the middle of nowhere, Illinois. And then a bike there from there to shoot, what's the name of that town? All these towns are running together.
And it was a weird name. I don't. Yeah.
It was, oh, that's right, Oquaqua or something like that. But the whole ride went pretty well, except for the last 2 miles, because with 2 miles to go, I got another flat tire, this time on my other tire, my front tire. Turns out, not a problem. The bike shop was 2 miles away. We went there. The guy was great. Not only did he fix up and look at my bike, but he gave me some great tips for tomorrow's route, which I'll get to later. So actually, it was a pretty good day. The flat didn't really disturb me too much. I was only 2 miles out. Um, did ride on some scary roads though. There was a U.S. route, and it's part of the Mississippi River Trail. And the guy at the store was like, "Don't ride on that road again." I'm like, "Yeah, no kidding." It was a little scary. Mm-hmm. Came across the bridge from Illinois to Iowa, and the bridge was even a little scary. I mean, I had plenty of berm, but the wall, the wall was like only like waist high to me when I'm on my bike. It was really kind of freaky. But the road coming in was not good as far as it was not a good quality road. So the guy wasn't surprised it got a flat. Other than that, the ride went pretty well. It did get a little hot. Got up to 92 today. And so that was kind of like my day. What was your day like?
Well, the Mitch and Kim adventures. So again, I needed to go to Walmart. well, I did some continue ed this morning before leaving the hotel. But I had to go to Walmart because, we need scissors. And I wanted some watermelon, whatever. So I'm looking in,
You did watermelon.
yeah, in the electronics department because I needed a block for my cell phone for charging. And so I walk to the electronics and I'm just lost. I don't know where these are. And the electronics person came over and said, "Hey, I can, what you need help with?" And he found it. His name's Rudy, works at the Walmart near East Moline. And he was so helpful and wanted to hear about the trip. He's a retired school teacher and coach. And a shout out to Rudy. He really helped make my day. He's very helpful, smiley, and you'll see a picture of me and Rudy. So, hey, Rudy, thanks a lot for today. And then it was Mitch and I just, driving, waiting for Joe, lugging lunch out, putting it away. And then he wanted to meet again. And so it's like, I go to the Subway. They've got Wi-Fi. I can do my continuing ed. I go into there and it has a password. It's like, okay. So I asked the girls, "Oh, I don't know. Let me check with the other one." Well, then she gave me a password and it didn't work for either of the Wi-Fi's. So, I sat and played on my Kindle instead of doing work. But I had some really good ice cream later on.
That you spilled all over yourself.
Well, the ice cream was soft, and so she gave me a cup and made me new ice cream.
I can't eat ice cream. Ice cream's not good to eat when you're bicycling.
No, so I have it when
really
he's not
bad thing.
around. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was our day in a nutshell. I'm trying to get recovered. I did get in fairly early, 4:30ish, 4 o'clock, something like that.
Yeah.
Because tomorrow is, I believe, my biggest day of the trip. It's going to be about 107 miles. We're going from Burlington, Iowa to Palmyra, Missouri. So we'll be going into another state tomorrow if I get that far. 107 is a lot. I don't know what I was thinking because the day after tomorrow is another 103. So I got 107 tomorrow, 103 the day after that before the rest day in St. Louis. So the next 2 days is sort of like the gauntlet. So we're going to get strategy together for that. And anything else?
I forgot to tell them we visited. Mitch and I visited Norma Jean, the elephant's memorial gravesite. She was a circus elephant that was struck by lightning in this little town, and so they got permission to bury her right there. And she had lived 30 years and is buried. Her grave is 12 feet across and 6 feet deep.
That's a lot of detail for an elephant grave.
Yeah.
You never, ever, ever would have thought that you'd ever visit an elephant gravesite.
I know. Yeah.
In the middle of Illinois.
True. Mitch got his picture taken with
the gravesite.
The statue. Yeah. Yeah, he was very excited about it.
You're never going to regret this trip.
No.
Just because of that moment.
Well, yeah. Yeah. There's been a lot of great moments like that.
Yeah, there's going to be more too, I'm sure.
Oh, it'll definitely be more.
All right. Okay. So we got a couple of segments to get to. And I got to tell you about the groundhog story, for sure. But anyways, it's that moment that you've been waiting for. Some of you are saying, get on with it. Da, 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 da.
Smushed things on the side of the road that are no longer breathing.
That's a long title. But all you had to say was, what was that dead thing?
Well, you didn't like it when I said roadkill.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of not politically correct.
Okay.
Yeah. It is that time again. I know you're probably revolving your entire day over this segment. Can't blame you. It's becoming more and more popular. Some people watch it because of the pure statistical analysis that goes on here. Some people watch it because it's sort of morbid. Other people watch it because, well, There's other reasons. Today was another kind of an uneventful day. We went through Illinois. I went through Illinois, and again, Illinois stayed consistent. Not a lot of fatalities on the road. Now, remember what this segment's about. This segment is about road safety for everyone involved. Today, 7 birds, 3 UFOs, 6 coons, 2 squirrels, and a cat. That's it. That's pretty good over 85 miles. So there's something going on in Illinois that we referred to this yesterday as far as road safety. I'm going to call the state, I think, sometime this week and see if they have any kind of educational programs going on for the wildlife in this area, because they just seem to know a little bit more about road safety. So I'll put the totals up here in a second. I don't really know what to say about the totals yet. They are mounting though. But I wanted to cover what I wanted to cover yesterday, and that was the oddity around the groundhog. I did not find a groundhog fatality until yesterday. Yesterday was day 8. And I've gotten lots and lots and lots of comments and questions about why that is. I mean, why did I not see a groundhog in Minnesota? Why did I not see a groundhog days 4, 5, 6? And it seems to me that there's some people who just aren't educated on the issue. So let me educate you on some little known facts about the groundhog and its 200 or 300 year history. The groundhog used to be rampant everywhere in this country until the European settlers came. When the European settlers came, they started encroaching on the groundhog territory, starting with in the east, of course, and slowly moving west. Well, as they got into what is now known as Ohio, Indiana, into Illinois, the groundhog community became very concerned about road traffic and how to avoid being trampled by horses. And later, the concern was more about cars, but horses came first. So little do we humans know, there was a big community meeting somewhere around Terre Haute, Indiana. I can't tell you the exact place because the name of the place isn't pronounceable by the human tongue. But that's where the groundhog community met, and they had a big conversation about what to do and how to react with all these settlers coming in. And they really split down the middle. Half the community wanted to stay in the east and just try to adapt to the human presence, while the other half of the groundhog community wanted to move west across the Mississippi. So that's when the Great Divide happened. The Great Divide in the groundhog community happened there. I believe it was in 1902 in human terms, but groundhogs had no sense of time in terms of years. So the groundhogs that moved west then stayed a little bit more reclusive than the ones in the east. And the ones in the east, still not too thrilled about being around humans, but they've adapted a little bit more so than the ones that moved to the west. This is why there are more groundhog fatalities east of the Mississippi than west of the Mississippi. And it's significant. And the reason is because the groundhogs that stayed in the east tried to adapt to human presence, but inevitably they get in the way and bad things happen, fatalities happen, etc., etc. While ones in the west stay more to themselves and away from human traffic. So, little known fact about groundhog. Now you know. And just a reminder to all you kids out there: these little known facts that I share with you from time to time always goes back to what? To road safety. Road safety is a primary point of all these stories, and so I hope you're learning something from that. With that said, I think it's done. We'll put the totals up, but never forget the most important statistic. The most important statistics is what? 0 bicyclists, 0 0 river otters. Mitch and I are still safe and secure, and we will continue to uphold that statistic throughout our trip. So with that said, talk to you later.